what topics we covered. So for what topics we covered, the first one is like introduction. So why we go for Python, okay, how it is helpful for us in the market, what kind of role you can play, these things. The next one is what? How to do the setup in your local machine, right? Installation. Yes or no? We discussed about installation. The next one, what we covered? Come on, naming convention. The next one is like naming convention. Naming convention we discussed. After that, we discussed about the variables, right? After that, we discussed about the variables. The next one is like we discussed about data types also. Okay, data types. Okay, yesterday just we started like what? Yesterday we started like about the functions, right? About the functions or not. Okay, now the basic how the function is looks like syntactically and what is the use. For now we are going to discuss. We can come back again the functions concept, okay, in depth. So yesterday we started like a functions. So let me ask some questions, just you can answer it. Okay, first question, if I write like this, if I write like this, okay, what happened? If I write like this, what happened? If I run this one, what is the it is going to print VTS, right? It is going to print this. Here my question is, what is the type of print? What is the type of print? That is the question. Okay, the next one, you can answer it later. The next one, here I create one variable, I create one more variable 20. Okay, here my sum equals to n1 plus n2 plus n3. n3, what is the error? What is the error? That is the second question. Okay, the next one, name is equals to player name. Name equals to player name. Okay, here player name is what? Here the player name is what? I mean, it's a value or a value reference. It's like a value or value reference. That is one question. The next one, player name equals to Sachin. Player name equals to Sachin. Is it valid syntax or not? Is it valid or invalid? Is it valid or invalid? Okay, the next one. What is pip? What is pip? What is pip? Okay, the next one, how to install, okay, Jupyter Notebook. Jupyter Notebook. How to install Jupyter Notebook. The next one, n1 equals to 10. What is the type of n1? What is the type of en1? I mean, how to find the type? how to find the type. The next one, tell some data types. Data types in Python. Tell some data types in Python. The next one, why Python is dynamically typed programming language. Why Python programming language? Okay. Why Python dynamically typed programming language. Okay. I have some cases. I have 3 players. Okay. How to represent that data using Python. Okay, I have 3 players. Dhoni Kohli is how we data using Python. The next one, represent the data about one particle, about one, okay, particle that may be a bus or okay, for example vehicle. How to put the data about one vehicle. Okay, the next one is he passed equals to true. It is invalid only. What is error message? What is the error message? That is invalid only. What is the error message? The next one here, sum equals to n1 plus n2 plus n3. Okay, sum equals to n1 plus n2 plus n3. Okay, if n1, n2, n3 values are same, same, then how we can define the variable? Okay, how we can define those variables? n1, n2, n3 having the same values, then how we can define the variable? Next one, how to define multiple, how to define multiple variables in a single line, The next one, why we go for functions. Understood? Okay, these are the questions so far what we discussed on the topics. Let's discuss one by one. Now, can anyone answer this first question? Print VTS. Okay, my answer is like VTS only. What is the type of print? Anyone? You can use chart window. What is type of print? Okay, it is a function. If you want to find it, okay, and show me. Okay, how we can show this type is like a function, right? How we can show? Very simple. Open command prompt. Okay, go to the Python. Okay, here type method is there, right? Type method which is used for what? To find the type of any member or not. Okay, print is my member. The print type is what? See, built-in function or method. It is nothing but it's a no. It is a predefined. Built-in is nothing but existed already built in Python. Understood? Okay, so how we can find it? Come on, how we can find it? By using which method we can find it? I can find print of type of which member? Print. Then that time you can get the answer is this one or not. You can get the answer is this one. Agreed with me? Okay. What is the next question? Next question, tell me. N1 equals to 10, N2 equals to 20. Sum N1 plus N2 plus N3. Okay, what is the error? What is the error? Yeah, exact error message is what? Name N3 is not defined or not. Name N3 is not defined. Name N3 is not defined. That is the exact error or not. When you can get this kind of errors, you are looking for one member, that member is not there. That time you can get this kind of errors. Very, very important. Frequently, you can see this kind of errors. Okay. Okay, then the next third question answer. Anyone? Third question answer. Name equals to play. Okay. What is this player name? Okay, it's a kind of value, no value reference. Okay, the output is like play is not defined. That's correct only. But I'm asking like the player name is what? You assign like a value, na? It is like a value reference, player name. This is my variable name. Okay, this is my player name. It's like a value reference or not. Player name is a value reference. So this particular, now you can run. If you run this one, your answer is correct. What is your answer? Player name is not defined. To get the proper output, you can define the player name or not. But my question is like simply player name is what? Player name is like a value reference or not? That value reference not there, that the reason player name is not defined error, you can get it. Okay, so this is also one more case to define the variable or not. Variable assigned with value or value reference. Yes or no? Okay, then now fourth one. Is it valid or invalid? Okay, it is like invalid. Valid except underscore, no special character we should not use in our variable creation or not. But use like a hyphen. Okay, we should not use this one. This is which kind of error? You can get it. It is a syntax error or runtime error. You can get syntax error. You can get like a syntax error. Okay. Next, what is pip? What is pip? Come on. What is pip? Package installer. Package installer for Python. Package installer for Python. Why we go for pip? Why we go for pip? Why? Okay, if you want to work with any predefined packages, okay, or user defined packages, okay, any third party libraries kind of, then that time this person is going to give you those packages. You can directly install it and you can use it. For example, the next question that is only right. See how to install the Jupyter notebook. I said I want to work with the Jupyter notebook or Jupyter lab. If you want to work with this notebook, first Jupyter you have to install it or not. So instead of go to Google and install, okay, that related softwares and everything, don't go with that. Okay, this person, all Python related packages he is maintaining, you can ask him to install. So how we can ask him to install Jupyter if you want? Okay, how we can ask, hey Pip, install, okay, Jupyter in my machine. Okay, this command you have to run in our command prompt or not. This command you have to run in your command prompt. Okay, how to install Jupyter Notebook directly? You can ask to the package installer for Python. Okay, once you have the pip, you can install which one, okay, you want. Okay, you can use that Jupyter or some other in future. Some libraries, outside libraries also we are going to install. That one we can discuss later. So pip is stands for package installer for Python. Okay, when how you can get the pip in your machines? Okay, if you install the Python latest version, automatically pip is available to you. Automatically the pip, this command is available to you directly. Any command if you want to install, you can install it, no problem at all. Okay, there is no need to install pip externally, nothing is required. If my Python you take in like a latest version, okay, Python you if you take, if you install the latest version, automatically that pip is available. Okay, now seventh question answer, anyone? Okay, it is like a int, right? So how we can get it? My type of n1 you can get it, then you can get like a not integer like this, you can get it int str. Okay, exact name is like int, that's it. Tell some data types in Python. What data types you we discussed last time? If you want to represent the amount kind of, then that time it's like a int representation. Data representation is like int. Some name, okay, player name, student name, like that, then you can go with the string. The next one, mocks percentage, then that time you can go with the float. Next, you can tell me, if you want to represent like some positive or response, or positive or negative response, yes no answers, okay, that kind of, okay, how we can?
Boolean.
Boolean. Okay, one student fail, pass, one player retired or still playing, that kind of. Next,
List.
when you can go with the list. One scenario, tell me. Okay, in your family, if you want to represent all family members, can I go with list? Okay, which one is recommended one? List is there, tuple is there, set is there. Which one is recommended one? Family members. List, tuple, or set?
Set.
Set, right? Why? Because okay, family members, I am the member, okay, I'm not repeat multiple times, right? Yes or no, it's like unique or not, then the time you can go with the set. The next one, mm,
Tuple.
student mocks there, student mocks. Okay, list example, student mocks. First student get like 400, second student 500, again my third student can get like 400. Possibility there or not there? Possibility there or not there? Student mocks. Okay, first student 400, second student 500, third student again he can get like 400. Possibility there or not there? Possibility there, right? Okay, then you can go with what? List. It allows you to the duplicate values also. Same like this tuple also. Okay, but there has a difference is there, mutable and immutable. What is mutable? What is immutable? We'll discuss later. For now, just remember these terminologies. That's it. The next one. Hmm, set. Next.
Dictionary.
Dictionary. Why we go for when you want me to go with the dictionary?
To
When you
represent the
want me to
data
go,
about something.
if you want to represent some data about one particular, exactly, if you want to tell something about you, hey, my name is this one, okay, my marks this one, my roll number this one, like this. If you want to represent something about one particle, then you can go with what? Dictionary or not. Okay, next, why Python is dynamically typed programming language? Why Python is dynamically typed programming language? Anyone? Why Python is dynamically typed programming language? Hmm?
Because it allocates the memory after the value.
Yeah,
Up to four
whenever
bytes of data.
whenever you create a variable, okay, it is not allocate first memory and then assign the value inside the memory. It is not happen like Java. Whenever you are trying to use that particular variable value, that time it is allocate memory how much required, how much big it was, it is not a matter. How much required, that much memory it is going to allocate dynamically or not. Okay, let's take like a Java comparing purpose. Int a equals to 10. What happened here? The process tell me. First, allocate memory. Come on, memory based on what? Based on data type. What is my data type here? Int. Okay, how much memory allocated? 4 bytes, right? First allocate the memory. Next step is what? Come on. First allocated the memory. Next step is what? Come on.
Assign value.
No. Okay. And then, yeah, assign the value. That's okay. Fine. Okay. Now, memory, that location is there, na? That location address. Okay. Assign a name to that location or not? To that memory location or not? Memory location. What is that name? Assign variable name, right? Yes or no? Assign a variable name to that memory location or not? Okay. Yes. Now, third step is what? Place, uh, place the
Place a value.
place the value inside that location or not? Inside that memory location. Inside that memory, you can say. Now, tell me, memory allocated first. Okay, dynamically it allocated. Before assigning the value allocated. When memory allocated in Java, first memory allocated based on the integer value. After that, come on, after that, give the name to that memory. Okay, the name is nothing but variable name. After that only place this value inside the memory or not. Here the problem is what? If it is like a 10, no, 4 bytes memory, you can store it. But if it is like a big number like this, then the time, is it possible to store or not store? Tell me. Big number. First they allocated 4 bytes memory, but within the 4 bytes memory, this much big number we can store or not store? We can't, right? That time what you can get it? Which error you can get it? If it is 10, no, that's okay, fine. Okay, if I write like this, what is the error you can get it in Java? Okay, don't think more. What error? Error. What is that error? Integer number, okay, or value is too long. Like this you can get it or not? Why? Because I allocated 4 bytes memory to you, but you are trying to place this much big number. I don't have that much space or not? Like this is going to give an error or not? Yes or no? This is in Java. But come to, come on, come to Python. Tell me, Python, how you can create the variable? How you can create the variable in Python? Like this you can create or not? Okay, tell me here the process. Here the process is what? First, it is not allocate the memory, nothing first. Whenever whenever you use the variable n, how much memory is required? How much memory is required to that value? Okay, that much memory, that much allocated dynamically or not? Yes or no? Now tell me, in this case, did you get this kind of errors? How much is required, that much we are allocating means there is no error, nothing. There is no issue, there is no issue or not. So in Python, value can be any, how much big it was, it's not a matter. Is allocate the memory dynamically or not? Yes or no? That the reason my Python is like which kind of programming language you can say? Hmm? Python is like which kind of programming language you can say? Python is a dynamically typed programming language or not? Yes or no? Simply, if anybody asks, is Python is a dynamically typed programming language? Yes, your answer is like yes. Why? Why means very simple. Okay, it is going to allocate the memory for the value. Okay, it is going to allocate the memory for the variable value dynamically. How much it is required, that much. But compared to other, okay, which are not dynamically typed programming languages. They allocate the memory first and then they are trying to assign the value. So there may be chance of what to that value, that much space may not be there, may be there, may be there, then the time no issues, may not be there, then the time you can get the error like what, too long errors or not. Agreed with me all, or come on. Okay, 10th question answer, tell me. 10th question answer. I have three players. How to represent the data using Python? Come on.
By using the set.
Players. Okay. Possibilities. You can
List.
represent like this also by using list also, right? Such a. The next one is like Dhoni. The next one is like Kohli. This is one option. Okay. Another option is what? As you said, okay, using, come on, tuple also you can go. Now you can answer, you can ask a question. Hey, what is tuple? What is the difference? Yes, you can ask a question. Okay, you can get the answer in future. Okay, this is what? This is like a tuple. You can represent. The next one is what? The next one is what? This is like a
Set.
this is like a set. Okay, like this you can represent or not. Which one is recommended one? That one we'll discuss. Okay. Next, I want to represent the data. Something about one vehicle.
Dictionary.
Dictionary, right? Okay, so how we can? My vehicle is equals to like this. Here, the dictionary contains what? It is like a key value pairs like this. You can say my name of the vehicle is like a car. Yes or no? My color of my vehicle is like a red. Yes or my front wheels is like two. My back wheels is like two. Like this, you can say something about my vehicle or not. Yes or no? If you want to represent about one particle, then you can go with the dictionary. Now onwards. Okay. Next. Is he passed equals to true? What is the error message?
Runtime error.
Okay.
True is not
True is not.
not defined.
Yeah, true is not defined or not. This is like what? What kind of variable definition? Okay, that means you defined a variable like what? With value reference.
With value reference.
Okay, it is treated like a value reference. Why it is treated like a value reference? If it is like a value, predefined values are what? Either numbers you can put it, enclosed with double quote. Okay, that's like a string. Okay, capital T, it is a value what? Positive response. Capital F false, it is like what? Negative response. Okay, but here it is not a capital T, right? It is like what? It is treated like a value reference, but true is not defined, so that the error message is like what? Name true is not defined. Name true is not defined. Yes or no? Okay, if you want really this value is like positive or negative response, if you want to tell he passed or not, okay, what is the fix for this? What is the fix for this? Two fixes you can give it. One is like your requirement is like if you want to tell he passed or not, is he passed or not, then that time simply you can say like a true, capital T R U E. Simply you can say like this. Yes or no? This is one fix. Another fix is what? Another fix. Can anyone guess? Another
Value.
fix. Yeah, simply you can do one thing. True equals to something. It's not recommended one. True equals to something. Okay. True equals to yes. Passed. Okay. Now is he passed is equals to true. Now answer is what? My is he passed is like a value reference. My true is refers to which value? Yes, passed. So that is he passed? What is my answer now? Yes, passed or not? Okay. Yes, no, for example. Yes or no? Either you can fix like this by assigning your predefined value like a true. Either you can do like this or not. Yes or no? Agreed with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay then. 13th, tell me. 13.
N1 equals to N2 equals to N3 equals to some value.
Yeah, the same value, right? The same value, you have to add it or not. If it is like same value, N1 equals to N2 equals to N3 equals to 10 or not. It's like a single line you can define like this. It's like valid in Python or not. Yes or no? The next one. How to define multiple variables in a single line with different values. With different values. With different values. Come on.
N1,
N1
N2.
equals to N1 comma N2 comma N3 equals to 10 comma 20 comma 30. This is the one or not? Okay, na? Now tell me some keywords or reserved words in Python. Tell
If,
me, spell out.
else if,
If, elif,
else if,
else, elif. Next,
true or false,
true, false, none. Okay. Next,
Function.
function, not def, define. Next, come on, return, yield.
Return.
yield,
Next,
Pass.
pass. Next, break. Next,
Continue.
okay, pass is the continue here. Yeah. Next, try, expect,
Right.
rise.
Final.
Okay. Next,
Finally,
next. Okay. Next,
class.
class related. Class, package, async await. Yes or no? Import
Loop.
from as
Yes.
loops. Tell me. For loop,
Python.
while
Why?
loop,
Python.
while loop. Okay, like that. See how we can remember. First you can keep in your mind. Okay, first thing is like conditions. Conditions means if, else, if, elif, like that. Next, immediately you can go with the loop. Loops are what? For while. In the loop, if you want to break something, break. If you want to continue, okay, continue. Okay, the next one. Come to the functions now. Function, how we can define? I will tell def. Okay, function can return a value, return. Okay, in the middle, if you want to stop the execution, yield. These all are related to functions. Pass also. Next, exception handling you can come. Try, expect, rise, finally you said. Next, come to the class. Yes or no? Come to the variables, global variable, local variable. Import and export statements, import to, from, is, like this. Okay, checking conditions. Okay, is, not, in, like that. Boolean value, true, false. No value, none. Okay, logical operators, and or, not. And or not. Next, asynchronous actions, async await. Done. Like this you can remember. Okay, na? Come on. Next, how to create a variable with no value in Python. Recommended way. How to create a variable with no value. Okay, that means there is no value, nothing. It's nothing. How to create a variable with such in? Okay, then you can say like what? Like this, right? But the value not required for me. Then what is my no value?
None.
None. None. None. Agreed? Huh? None. Now tell me why we go for functions.
for functioning processes,
Okay.
Reusable approach.
Okay, multiple. Okay, reusability. Okay, that is correct. Next, which represents some functionality. You can, okay, merge all functions. It is going to represent some functionality. Yesterday we represents like what? Find the sum of two numbers. It represents some functionality. That functionality want to use multiple people, right? Then that time it's a kind of reusability or not? Yes or no? It's a kind of reusability or not? Agreed with me? All are okay? So yesterday why we go for functions we discussed. Now we can ask your question. Tell me what you want to learn next level in functions. You know why we go for functions. Okay, what is our next level step to learn? Come on.
Passing as a argument.
No, first thing is like orally just we defined, okay, this is the function like that, but syntactically we not defined it, right? You have to write that function or not syntactically, yes or no? Yesterday we discussed like why we go for function. That one only we discussed. It's like a general oral stuff. Now I want to define a function programmatically or not. So our question is, okay, how to define a how to define a function. Define a function, yes or no? Okay, now my question is very simple straight question. Write, okay, write a function, write a function to represent the sum of 10 comma 20 values. Like this is said. Say this. The question is very simple straight question. Write a function, okay, to represent the sum of 10 20 values. Represent the sum of 10 20 values. So he given the values also. These are like what? Hard coded values or not? Yes or no? Come on. You have to write a function to find the sum of 10 20 or not. Yes sir. So can we write a function now? Okay, for that purpose what you have to learn? To write a function, first of all what you have to learn? Okay, what is syntax, right? You have to learn the syntax or not? Yes or no? You have to learn the syntax or not? So how the syntax is looks like, very very important. Okay, let's go. First, if you want to define a function, already one reserved word I told you. What is that reserved word? To create a function,
Def-
def. Define a function. Define a function. Okay, first the syntax is like what? Def starts with define a function. Okay, you have a function. Somebody are going to use it. Okay, if they want to call, first of, for example, I want to call you. Okay, how I can call? How I can call? If I know the name, then only I can call you, right? So that the function also same kind of this one only. 10 20 sum used by 10 members. How they can use it? They need to call. To call, they know the name. So that if the name is required, means you have to define the name at the time of define the function or not? Yes or no? So def, after that what you're expecting? Come on, you a function. Okay, so you have to mention what here? My function name or not? You have to mention like a function name. Up to you, okay everyone? Come on, define a function. Okay, perfect. What is the use of the function? You only said right just now, to write the functionality. To write the functionality, you have to write some statements, right? Okay, n1 10, n2 20, sum equals to n1 plus n2. Like this you have to write some statements or not? Okay, in this case how many statements maximum required? Tell me. n1 10, n2 20, sum equals to n1 plus n2, and print sum. How many statements required? Overall 4 statements. But in future maybe 400, I don't know, maybe 40, I don't know. Okay, in function you can write any number of statements, but recommended as less as possible you can write it. Okay, if you write 400 statements, maintainability is like very difficult or not? That case you can split that functionality. Okay, so you define a function. Okay, inside the function you have to write the statements, right? Where we need to write the statements, that is the question. Anyone guess? that is called as a function body. So you define a function. Now this is the time for what? To define the body or not. So how we can define the body, in Python, you have to follow this syntax. Okay. Syntax, wherever you heard about the syntax terminology, means you need to follow. You should not question. Why? Because those are the guidelines. Those are the guidelines. So here also we are discussing like syntax. That means you need to follow. Okay, so if you ask like, hey, why we need to use def only, after that why we need to write like function name only, I don't have an answer. Why? Because you need to follow those guidelines. If you not follow, you can get the syntax error. Got my point? So function name, after that I need to write some statements, means I am defining the function body. So where, which section you can say like a function body, means after function name, just you can put like a colon. Just you can put like a colon. See, very very important here, indentation. You have to follow the exact structure. Okay, now once you put like a colon, after that come to the next line, give like one tab or four spaces. Okay, one tab in your editor, or give four spaces. Okay, once you given like a four spaces, now here whatever you read, whatever the statements you written, those statements come under function body. Understood everyone? Syntax okay? Define a function. Okay, function what purpose? Write some functionality. For that you need to write some statements, where you need to write the statements inside the function body. Now I want to define the function body in Python. How we can define the function body? In Python you can define the function body. After function name you can take like a colon, come to the next line. Okay, take like four spaces. Take like what? Four spaces. Okay, that indentation you have to maintain. Okay, if you take like four spaces, four spaces, four spaces, these all come under function body only. So this is your simple syntax to define a function. Understood everyone? Okay, here how many statements are there in the function? Okay, how many statements are there? Statements are there in function body? Tell me, how many statements are there in function body? Come on, how many statements are there? One, two, three, four statements, right? You can say like a four statements. Now I'm going to write like this. One more function. Define my function. Okay. Okay, how many statements are there in the function? How many statements? Come on. How many statements are there in my function? Anyone? Come on, come on. How
One
many
statement.
Yeah, one statement or not? One statement only. Why? Why one statement only? Anyone guess? Okay, which statement follows the indentation? Which statement follows the indentation? After colon, four spaces, only one statement followed or not? Remaining statements not followed the indentation. Whenever you not follow the indentation, okay, that time onwards it's like what? Okay, normal general statements which is outside the function or not? Yes or no? Come on. Now tell me, how many statements are there in the function body? How
Two.
many? Okay, two, but the answer is like one. Whenever you break your indentation, that time onwards remaining statements, there is no relation with the function. Okay, when you break, see here indentation followed. After that you break that one, you written like what? One statement. After that, if you followed or not followed, when it is comes to the important means whenever it is like inside the function body only. But here it is not in the function body. It is like what? It is like what? It is inside the function or outside the function? Is there any relation is there to this statement? You followed the indentation, that is okay. But that is inside the body now, outside the body now? Tell me. Inside or outside? because of this statement, remaining all statements come under what? Outside the function only or not? That the reason still you are following the indentation. Okay, that is not a matter. Why? Because this is not inside the function body. So that how many statements are there? Only, come on, one statement only or not? Agreed? Come on. Now how many statements?
3 statements.
Three statements, right? Why? Because here this guy follows the indentation, 4 tabs, this guy follow, this guy follow. After that, this guy not follow. That's okay, fine. Okay, up to here, the 3 statements inside the function body or not. Agreed, everyone? Okay, now come to your question. What is your question? Come on, write a function write a function to represent the sum of 10, 20 values. Can you write the function now? Write it. Come on, define. What is my function? What is my function? Function name. Function name can be anything, but that represents what? That represents the function body. It represents the functionality. For example, okay, I'm going to write like get name. Valid or invalid? Get name. Valid or invalid?
Invalid.
Okay, 100% valid. Okay, here syntax, here we missed definition. After that, function representation, you have to add it. The function representation, you have to add it. Okay, now come here, get the name. Name can be anything, it is valid. Now function representation is what? This parenthesis. After that, your colon. Now follow the indentation. N1 equals to 10, N2 equals to 20. My sum equals to N1 plus N2. I want to print the sum. These statements, you know how to create the variable, everything you know. So tell me, if anybody see this one, 100% syntactically valid, but by seeing this name of the function, it is expecting what? Get name means it is expecting Sachin Dhoni like that. But here you are giving me some, right? Okay, there is no relation between the functionality and your function name or not. Syntax is valid, 100% valid, but here the naming convention is important. Whatever the functionality handled by the function, okay, that function name should represent that functionality. Meaningful name you have to give it. So can I write like find sum? If I write like this, it is valid or not? Comparing with get name, yes or no? Comparing with get name, okay, which one is like valid, in which one is like recommended? Can tell me. Get name, find sum, in this case, tell me. Both are like names only. Name can be anything. Get name, find sum, which one is like recommended for my functionality?
Find sum.
Find sum, right? So that get name also it is going to work, but find sum is the valid and recommended name or not? Yes or no? So you define a function. Okay, this is my function representation, parenthesis. After that colon, you followed the indentation. Now simple function is ready or not? That is only right question. Write a function to represent the sum of 10, 20 values. Yes, you written a function or not? Yes or no? Now the next question. If you have a variable in your hand, what you can do? Okay, if you have a function in your hand, what you can do? What you can do? Can anyone tell me? If you have a variable in your hand, what you can do? Simply name equals to Sachin. What you can do? Can use that, right? Can use that name or not? Variable wherever I want. Yes or no? Come on, that name Sachin, this Sachin, wherever you want, I can use that variable name or not? Yes or no? If you have a variable, you can use it. If you have a function, okay, what you can do? If you have a function in your hand, what you can do? If you have a function in your hand, what you can do? Come on, you
We
can
can use the program wherever we need.
you can call it. Okay, terminology wise, you can what? You can call it. If you want to, if I want to call you, first of all, I should know the name or not. Same thing. Here also, can I use the name of the function? What is the name of the function? I have this function with me. Okay, if you have a function, okay, how I can use it? Okay, how I can get the services from the function? How we can get the services from the function? Okay, by calling the function or not. If you want to call the function, okay, first of all, what you required? I required the name. I required the name. Once you have the name, okay, I need to call it or not. How we can call? Anyone guess how we can call? With the parenthesis, you can call it. This is common for any programming language. Java also we are going to call like this. .NET also we can call like this. Okay, next JavaScript also we are going to call like this. Understood or not? In your hand variable is there, you can use it. In your hand now onwards function is there, you can call it. If you not call, what is the use of this function? No use. You return some statements. Okay, when you can get the service from the function means whether you call the function or not. Agreed everyone? In your hand function is there, now onwards you can call it. Okay, now tell me important thing. Somewhere if you see this statement like this, what is the type of f1? What is the type of f1? Tell me, what is the type of f1? Come on, what is the type of f1? Yeah, the type of the f1 is like a function or method, or okay, function or method. Okay, now onwards, okay, listen carefully this statement. Now onwards, wherever you see the statement with the parenthesis, okay, here two things, two sections. One is this section, another one is like this section. Wherever you see the statement with this parenthesis, the prefix value, this is the one, right? The prefix value should be a function. Now onwards, the prefix value should be a function. Understood? Got my point? You can get some more information. Okay, what kind of errors you can get it, all this stuff we'll see in tomorrow's session. Okay na? All are agreed? Okay, I'm going to share you the video with you. Okay, just you can go through that video. Thank you guys, thanks for joining.